Looking to part ways with complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping? Then give your business the edge it needs with USPS Ground Advantage shipping from the United States Postal Service. Keep everything simple with clear, upfront pricing and no unexpected surcharges. Keep things affordable with some of the lowest prices out there. And keep it all reliable with on-time ground shipments. It's time to turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, and I'm here with Keith, co-star of my upcoming film, If, only in theaters May 17th. Do you want to tell people the big news? All right, I'll do it. Sign up now and you'll get unlimited for $15 a month and 6 months of Paramount Plus Essential Plan on us. MintMobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 equivalent to $15 per month. Unlimited over 40 gigabytes per month. Face lower speeds. Videos at 480p. Active Mint customers by 531.24 get 6 months of Paramount Plus Essential Plan. Auto renews after 6 months. Offer ends May 31st, 2024. Separate Paramount Plus registration required. Terms and conditions apply if rated PG.
This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 2744. The 5 types of people you'll meet on your way to FI, Part 1, by FIRECracker of millennial-revolution.com. And I'm your host and personal finance enthusiast, Diana Merriam. I have a bit of a longer post, so I'll read the first half today and then finish the rest for you tomorrow. So with that, let's dive into Part 1 and start optimizing your life. The 5 types of people you'll meet on your way to FI, Part 1, by FIRECracker of millennial-revolution.com. I write a lot about our travels around the world, but the most memorable moment actually happened back in North America in New York City. That's when I got to sign our children's novel, thus realizing my lifelong dream of becoming a published author. If you've ever tried to publish a book, you'll know the gut-wrenching highs and lows of becoming an author. One second you're invincible, and the next you're down on your knees gasping for air. The highest of the highs came from that moment, that glorious moment when I could finally scribble my own name on a copy of my own book, something I'll remember as long as I live. So naturally, I was ecstatic to share that moment with my first writing partner, a friend who I've known since first year university, a friend who'd been our cheerleader from the beginning. I imagined after I told her there'd be lots of hugging and crying, followed by buckets and buckets of celebratory booze. But that didn't happen, because as soon as the words New York book signing left my mouth, it got so quiet I could hear my heart drop in my chest. She muttered something about needing to run an errand while avoiding my eyes and practically shoved me out the door. I haven't seen or spoken to her since. Every time I try to get in touch, she seems to be busy or conveniently unavailable. So after 2 years, I gave up. But as unpleasant as that experience was, I did manage to learn one painful fact. Most people don't want you to succeed. How do I know this? Because we experienced the exact same thing when we retired early. And it wasn't just us. Check out the comments on any news article about a celebrity, a successful entrepreneur, or a FIRE person, and you'll see that the amount of vitriol could fill an entire library. And recently, one of our readers experienced this as well. He had finally come out of the FI closet and told his friends he was working towards early retirement. The amount of backlash hit him like a ton of bricks. And that's why he says he's so happy to be going to Chautauqua, UK this year. He wants to build his village and be surrounded by like-minded people who will encourage rather than tear him down. So to all the revolutionaries out there, those of you who are working towards FIRE and having a hard time with jealous haters, let me tell you this. There are 5 types of people we met on our way to financial independence. Number 1, the frenemy. The frenemy pats you on the back with one hand while secretly gut-punching you with the other. That's why when you tell them you're retiring early, in one breath they'll say, "Good for you," and then immediately follow it up, "Feel free to ask me for a job reference anytime you run out of money," or "40 grand a year to travel the world is amazing. I wish I could get used to eating beans and craft dinners so I could do it too, but I can't. I have standards." The frenemy is an expert at backhanded comments delivered so dripping in sarcasm, you have to be careful not to slip on it on your way out the door. Number 2, The whiner. The whiner thinks they're hardworking and certainly will make a big show of working hard. I work so much overtime this weekend, but yet can't seem to actually accomplish anything. And in their heads, this is evidence of a cosmic injustice that despite all their hard work, they're held back from greatness and will spend hours presenting evidence of said injustice to you if you let them. Their boss is a tool. The system's unfair. Rich people are keeping them down somehow. But every time I go over and endure one of their epic fests, I take a look around their swanky condo that I know they bought in a hormone-soaked bidding war filled with luxury bags they can't afford, and all I do is just smile and nod. Sure, buddy. It's always someone else's fault. Fortunately, these people don't stick around for long. When they realize that you succeeded by working hard and critically not handing your hard-earned money over to some bank or idiot retailer, that makes them look bad, and they quickly conclude that you're one of those rich bastards keeping them down. I mean, what choice do they have? Actually learn new ideas and do stuff differently? Nah, they'd rather just stay stuck in their familiar rut while making up excuses about why life is unfair. Number 3, the hypocrite. But there are starving people in Africa, so how dare you succeed? The hypocrite thinks you got lucky and don't truly deserve your success. Don't take it personally, though. They think everyone who succeeds is somehow lucky and doesn't truly deserve their success. They say things like, yeah, but you were born into privilege. Excuse me, I grew up in poverty and cracked in a hole. Yeah, but you had great parents. My mom beat the hell out of me every day for no reason. Yeah, but your brain is wired to work hard and stuff. And what? The hypocrite fundamentally believes that being wealthy is inherently evil. After all, how can someone be rich knowing there are so many poor people in the world? However, when asked whether they're doing anything to help those people themselves, they'll reply, no, I don't have any money, followed by immediately going to their parents for a handout. So the hypocrite gets to simultaneously demonize the rich while offloading responsibility for solving the world's problems onto the rich, while excusing themselves from having to do a thing themselves. Number 4, hear that on tomorrow's episode. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled, The 5 Types of People You'll Meet on Your Way to FI by FIRECracker of millennial-revolution.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. Looking to part ways with complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping? Then give your business the edge it needs with USPS Ground Advantage shipping from the United States Postal Service. Keep everything simple with clear, upfront pricing and no unexpected surcharges. Keep things affordable with some of the lowest prices out there. And keep it all reliable with on-time ground shipments. It's time to turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable. It goes without saying that a lot of people don't know where to start when it comes to investing. Many think you need a lot of money to invest. Some put off investing because it doesn't seem urgent. Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing for your future. You don't need a lot of money or expertise to invest with Acorns. In fact, you can get started with just your spare change. Acorns recommends an expert-built portfolio that fits you and your money goals, then automatically invests your money for you. And I love Acorns because I feel that this type of automation is exactly the boost needed for the many people who like the idea of investing, but haven't felt ready to begin for whatever reason. So head to acorns.com/OFD or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. Paid non-client endorsement. May not be representative of all clients. Tier 1 compensation provided. Compensation provides an incentive to positively promote Acorns. View important disclosures at acorns.com/OFD. Investing involves risk, including the loss of principal. Please consider your objectives, risk tolerance, and Acorns fees before investing. Acorns Advisors, LLC. Acorns is an SEC-registered investment advisor. Brokerage services are provided to clients of Acorns by Acorns Securities, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. For more information, visit acorns.com. As someone who talks about money every day, I've certainly met my fair share of naysayers as described in this article. I do find it disappointing when others see my story as a reason to feel bad about their own financial situation or to justify why they can't do better financially. They see that they don't have the same exact circumstances, income, preferences, and skills as I do, and their conclusion is that this must mean financial freedom is out of reach. What I wish people knew is that the specific details of my story are irrelevant because they aren't repeatable. What is replicable are the basic rules of money. I spent less than I earned. I got creative and resourceful about getting my needs met. I questioned my relationship with consumerism. I had a very simple investment strategy, and I didn't outsource my financial literacy. I've come to understand that talking to people about money or financial success can be agitating for people, even if one's intention in sharing is to be helpful. So it's best to keep it brief and read the room. Those that find it interesting will ask questions. But we're just halfway through the article. So for now, have a happy rest of your day and a great start to your weekend. And I'll see you tomorrow where we'll finish up this post and where your optimal life awaits.